Hey true believers, it's Englentine here with a weekly top 10 countdown of comic books sold to readers for the week that began, that would be the Wednesday of 3/21/2018. We're also going to go over to Comixology to find out what people are buying digitally. Now this is what the readers are buying, not what the stores are ordering, which is Comicron. This one is a little bit different. This is what people are actually saying, hey, I want that, paying money and walking out of the store with. Before we get started with that, though, make sure if you're not subscribed, you hit that subscription button and the notification bell so you don't miss anything around here. Also, if you'd like to support the channel, by all means, please go on over to Patreon, drop $1 in the till, and not only do you get the tier rewards, but you get to join the Great Graphic Novel giveaway where we pick a name out of the hat of our Patreons, and the winner this month, gets to pick one of these graphic novels or trade paperbacks. Oh, for future viewers, I should point out that this month is March of 2018. Before we get started with the countdown, I'd like to thank all the comic shops that were involved. If you're in their area, please, by all means, check them out. And let's get to the countdown. Starting to count down off at number 10 is X-Men Gold, number 24. Them ladies still in prison. Number 9 is Monstrous, which is a really good book. You should check it out. Hashtag Move the Needle, independent comic book style. Number 8 is Star Wars. One of the consistently good books from Marvel. Star Wars number 45 this time. Number 7 is Thanos number 17. Thanos is consistently one of the best books on the shelf. Easily. At number 6, we have The Brave and the Bold number 2, which surprised me with the quality of storytelling in this comic book. Number 5, Justice League number 41, where Priest brings in Red Lion, which is basically Black Panther for DC. At number 4, I'm surprised people are still buying this, The Avengers, No Surrender, Chapter 11. Number 3, Superman number 43 with Bizarro Superboy. At number 2, the mighty Thor 705 brought in a lot of people who just wanted to see Lady Thor die. Hey look kids, Batman number 43 is number 1. Batman's never number 1. I made this joke last time too. Well, we had one independent comic book in the top 10, that's Monstrous. Definitely worth it, and it deserves its place. But that kind of screwed up any kind of tie-in. DC was on the losing end with only 4 books in the top 10. The Brave and the Bold, the Justice League, Superman. But at number 1 was Batman, yet again. Marvel, on the other hand, had 5 in the top 10 with X-Men Gold, Star Wars, Thanos, Avengers, and their number 1, or highest I should say rated, was Mighty Thor 705. Last week was a tie in both floppies and in digital. Now we're going to see if it holds up, if DC can win the digital, if it's a complete Marvel week. Either way, let's kick off and go on over to what the comic shops had to say about this week's countdown. Not a bad week. Thanos blew out the door even with the increase I had on it due to the previous 2 issues blowing out of here. Typical week of Batman taking the top spot. Superman did good. People are very nervous about Bendis coming onto the title. Brave and the Bold number 2 sold out already. People are digging the limited series. Green Lantern still sells even after 43 issues and managed to make it into our top 10. Cannot sing the praises of Thanos enough. And Batman, Brave and the Bold with Wonder Woman, that is so cool. Batman returns to the top spot this week at FFF, but Donny Cates, the real MVP of our top 10 bestsellers. Baby Teeth, Thanos, and Doctor Strange Damnation were all in the top 10 this week, with Baby Teeth and Thanos at number 2 and number 3. Damnation was a little lower at number 9, but it's still holding interest. Speaking of, Avengers is still slouching along, selling well enough to break into the top 10 on a weekly basis. Mighty Thor sold very well this week, making it to the top 5, mostly thanks to the Argerm variant, which sold at cover price. A Major Death will always add a few more sales to a book, and adding a cover by a needle-moving hot artist certainly helps. It wouldn't be FFF if they didn't mention Baby Teeth, which I could make fun of more and complain about if it wasn't for the fact that Baby Teeth is actually an interesting story. Now, he brought up Damnation, Doctor Strange Damnation. I cannot recommend that. However, I can see because of that cover alone with Doctor Strange turning into Ghost Rider, that's a draw right there. It is a really cool cover. Amazing Spider-Man is still killing it. We managed to get our hands on a few more copies of 796 and sold enough to have it make it to the top 20 at number 15, outselling Star Wars, which had its worst week ever, placing at the very end of the top 20, and numerous other new releases. People are overhyped for the new arc and the lead up to 800, and every issue until then will be a sure hit. Outcast has dropped significantly while it still managed to make the top 20 at number 18. It just ain't holding readers like some of the other books from Hickman. People are excited about Nanobite Carnage. I can't get into it. Star Wars is decent, but because of Last Jedi, I think it's kind of hurt the brand. It's a weird time we live in. It was a surprisingly strong week of sales considering the wonky weather. It's always with the weather with this guy. Marvel made huge gains with Thor and Thanos beating all challengers except Batman. I still don't have a read on the ceiling for Thanos. We keep increasing our orders and we keep selling out. If the rumored Cosmic Ghost Rider series picks up where this leaves off, I imagine it'll be a seismic success. Donny Cates is definitely the hottest writer since Tom King exploded on Batman. First off, ew, that's gross. I don't care what Tom King does in his personal time. Second of all, Thanos is excellent. Can't say it enough. Get that. Get Aquaman too, by the way. And yeah, wow. You know, very excited to hear that Thanos is getting more and more popular. Really am. This was a good week for Marvel with 3 titles in our top 5 sellers. Mighty Thor 705, our bestseller, of course. Runaways number 7 and Thanos number 17. On the other side of things, we only had one DC title crack the top 10, and that's Batman number 43. I'm not the biggest fan of this last run with Poison Ivy taking over the world thing, but of Batman. However, Runaways has actually been pretty decent, I have to say. That's kind of weird that I would think that, but, you know, it is what it is. This wasn't a particularly flashy week, but we had a lot of meat and potatoes titles hitting the shelves. As usual, Batman is well represented, covering ground from his main book to his team-up books like Brave and the Bold, and the second installment of his crossover with the Ninja Turtles. There was quite a bit of excitement around Mighty Thor 705 featuring Jane Foster's inevitable last hurrah. I imagine fans will be pleased to see Dofferman back on art duties to see her off in style. Elsewhere, personal favorite Monstrous continues to do well for us, as does Marvel's solo Thanos title. And DC stalwart Superman and Justice League's filling out the bottom of our top sellers. I did a review of Justice League, and I'm going to stick by it. I think it's getting better, while I still am just uncomfortable with Cyborg. It definitely is the leader. I would rather see someone like Black Lightning in the Justice League like that, but that's just my personal opinion. It's still a strong book. DC took 7 of our top 10, and Marvel took 3, but Marvel took 9 of our top 20, showing that their readership is gradually returning as they discover that Marvel is producing quality comics again. Damage remained in our top 10 for a 3rd issue, but readers are expressing concerns about the departure of the big-name art talent that was supposed to be the driving force on the new age of DC heroes. Some are already asking to drop new age titles once the founding artists leave the series. Could be a rapid and dramatic fall-off. Well, that's kind of sad to hear. But, yeah, I mean, I enjoy all of them, and I want to see them all do very well, to tell you the truth. And they're definitely better than a lot of stuff that Marvel is producing. And, yeah, I just want to see them going forward. I like all of the titles. Silencer is the least of them, but still, every one of them is entertaining in some shape or form. Well, that's all for the floppy copies and what the comic book shops have to say about them. Let's go on over to Comixology and find out what people are buying digitally. At number 10, we have Nightwing 41, and I think this is his debut in a top 10 countdown. At number 9, we have the excellent, the brave, and the bold number 2. Number 8 is Super Sons number 14. Super Sons is a title that should be hovering around the top 5, I think. At number 7, we have The Avengers 685, No Surrender, Chapter 11. Number 6 brings us Star Wars number 45. At number 5, we have Injustice 2, which is here every week. This time is chapter number 50. Number 4, Justice League in Africa in issue number 41. At number 3, Bizarro World comes to our world in Superman number 43. Just like with the floppies, the mighty Thor 705 makes it to the 2nd place spot. And also like the floppy copies, Batman number 43 takes the top spot at number 1. Unlike the floppy copies, DC won the digital, and not just by a small margin either. It's 7-3 in DC's favor. Now, we've seen this before, where Marvel makes it up on the back half. And I started counting up to the top 20 because Tom Brevoort always said, well, Marvel makes its money in digital. And it used to not be that, but now it has become a contest anytime I spread it out to the number 20. So let's see how it goes this time around. At number 11, X-Men Gold 24 makes it 7-4. Number 12 has Thanos number 17, bringing it 7-5, DC's favor. In the what the hell is this doing here category, Miss Marvel number 28 comes in at number 13. And just like that, we are tied. Runaways number 7 at number 14 makes the score 7-7. Time to start your numeric conspiracies. At number 15, Green Lanterns number 43 helps DC take it back, 8-7, their favor. At number 16 is Monstrous, ensuring that we are going to have a winner between Marvel or DC. 9-7 for DC is number 17 goes to Aquaman, number 34. At number 18, they close it up. Poe Dameron, number 25 at number 18. Cool deal. I Spoke Too Soon, Killer Be Killed. Excellent book. Is at number 19, and now we can have a tie, and do we? Yes, we do, because Doctor Strange Damnation number 3 comes in at number 20, tying it up, 4-4 with 2 independent comic books. That is awesome. It was a tie last week, 5-5 with no independents. This is pretty cool. We have a rat race, gang. Now, granted, that's only because we spread it out to number 20. DC owns digital. They own that top 10 the same way that Marvel owned the floppies this time around, just not with as big of a gap. But that's still kind of fun, and it's still impressive that both companies are putting out books people want. I don't know why they want Damnation except for that cover maybe, but there you go. That's what's happening here. I'm kind of excited for the countdown. As a DC fan, of course, I want to see them win all the time, but that's the way the game is played, and I am glad to see that Marvel is putting out more books that I've been enjoying as well. They are getting better, and that's good to know, and that's good to say. Anyway, there you go. That's the countdown for the week, kids. That's the countdown, what the shops had to say about the countdown, my thoughts on the countdown, the whole 9 yards. Now it's time for you. What do you think? What is not on the countdown that you think should be? What are people buying that makes you go, why? Why are you buying that, Miss Marvel? Why are you buying that, Miss Marvel, is what I'm saying there. Okay, but let me know in the comments below. Also, if you like this video, you want to see more, please click like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss anything. And, yeah, just, you know the drill. Go on ahead. Also, this is the way to make a living, so if you don't mind going on over to Patreon and drop $1 in the till, help keep the lights on and help keep making videos for you like this. Also, join the Great Graphic Novel Giveaway, where just for $1 you can enter a little drawing for a graphic novel. This month is winner's choice, so whatever we have there, you get to pick out yourself. Pretty cool. I'd like to thank everybody who has already done that, and to everyone, all of the true believers, thank you very, very much for watching.
I've got the best thing in the world.